MechAssault 2 Lone Wolf came out in 2004 exclusively for the original Xbox, and it's just one of the strangest but best games I've played in a long time. I had this game as a kid and I absolutely loved it. It was just such a strange game. It wasn't really like connected to any other sort of big franchises I knew about at the time, but essentially you just get in a mech and you just wreak havoc on this sort of like sandbox like maps that you get. When the game starts off, you get this sort of small mech suit, the one that you can see the gameplay capture. Sort of at the moment, it has like a mortar and it has like a grapple hook function, or like a wall grapple function, should I say? And like just the standard weapons. But you do eventually get much bigger sort of bigger mechs to get into, or bigger robots that you can fight through. And as you just saw right there, the map is like fully destructible. All of these buildings can be completely leveled. You get much bigger, like almost like Pacific Rim style mechs fighting amongst these cities, and it's just so fun. It's just like one of them games that you get, it's genuinely great. It's so good. Another thing that was so good about this game as well, back in the early Xbox days, one of the big things about the Xbox was its ability, like its online capability. There were so many like games that you had like online service for, and for me, MechAssault 2 was just so good online. It was really fun. It genuinely was one of the funnest online games. Like when I was younger, a few of me, like my friends from school at the time, we all had this game, and so like 2004 would have been just around, or just before Halo 2 really sort of like took off on the Xbox. So this would be the online game to play, just getting a bunch of your mates and just like smashing up a city block. And we used to play like weird games that weren't even part of the actual game, where we would literally be like, oh, how many buildings can we destroy, like when we were supposed to be playing like that team deathmatch. But I feel like that's a lot of fun of like older games when you were younger, just creating your own game within a game. I'm sure like many people used to do that as well. But going back and capturing footage for this game made me realise how good the graphics are. This is like a 2004 Xbox original game, and it just looks great. There was a little bit of frame rate issues every now and again, but like it looks like a 360 game, and I really can't get over how good the graphics are for some bits, especially the cutscenes are really good, and just the amount of enemies that are on screen, the amount of like random stuff that hits you, it's just so good. Now, one of the things that you can do in this game is when you get the opportunity to get close to one of the bigger mechs, you can attempt a neuro hack, which is basically just hijacking it. And as you can see through the footage, I was still not very good at it. I wasn't very good at it when I was younger, and I'm not good at it now. But you can actually just jump on one of the bigger mechs when you have to fight them and just steal it, and then you have one of the giant mechs, and it's so good. Like, the giant mechs are so much stronger. They've got so many different more weapons, variety. I specifically remember that one of them had like a black hole rifle or something like that. Like you charged up a singularity shot and it like just destroys everything. It was so cool. Unfortunately, I never got to the point in this capture footage of finding it, but yeah, this is me just like stomping around in one of the big mechs that you get, which is so fun. They all the different mechs in the game feel so unique and so different to each other as well. Like there's some of them are like this one that's got this like really sort of like big gas engine on the back of it to like just jump high and fly across to places, and I think it has like a missiles and like a turret, like a tank turret shot with it, which is just really cool stuff on it. And then I specifically remember there's ones that are like more artillery based, ones that are sort of like all like got mortars and like smart missile systems and things like that. And if you want weaponry in a game, a variety of like weapons, then this is the game for you. Now, the only thing I will say, and if you've come to watch this video just to see the sort of like the gameplay, you will realise that I am not very good at this game. I have not retained any of the skill I once had, and playing it again now, I was like, oh, I am bad at this game. But it's definitely a weird one. Like, it's just such a strange franchise. It never took off. There was never like, there's the first one, which is just called MechAssault. This is the second one, which is MechAssault Lone Wolf, and then there just wasn't much more after that, which is strange, because looking at the reviews and the review scores like the IGN and things like that, it was rated quite highly. Like, it had a lot of like just a lot of fans as far as I can tell, and it did really well. And I tried to have a quick look into as to why like the series never continued. There was a planned sequel for the Xbox 360, but it just pitted out this series, and I think it would be a great series to come back. It really gives you that sort of like Titanfall feeling where all of the mechs are different, they do different things, and they can fight, and yeah, it's just genuinely really cool. But yeah, that's MechAssault 2 Lone Wolf. Just a random game from my childhood that I really liked, and I have no idea if anyone else really played this game in England. Like, I don't know if it's like a game that was just completely forgotten, or like just my niche group of friends that used to play it. But genuinely, comment below if you have any memories of this game, if you remember it at all. I'd love to know about it, and I'd love to sort of like talk about it in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video.